What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Great clap. Today we are going to compare the Hammerli Arms B1 to the Bergara BMR. These are both similar price bolt guns with a lot of similarities and some differences. Now, I've already done a dedicated review on both of these. If you want more details in this video, I'm just going to kind of compare the differences between the two in hopes I can help you make an educated decision. Now, Bergara, if you're not familiar with them, they have a ton of different bolt guns, different styles, different colors, chassis, calibers. They have a much larger selection than Hammerli Arms. Hammerli Arms is the Rimfire line of Walther arms. So Umarex, whatever it is, Walther, Hammerli, all the same company, but they only have Rimfire, so not as big of a selection. But anyway, let's get into the Hammerli Arms first. Let's start with this one. This is available in 5 different stock chassis colors, so you have some variety in which color you want to choose. The stock itself is adjustable, not only for length of pull, but also height. For length of pull, you just pull this button on the bottom. Height, there's a little cheek comb here is reversible for different heights. The grip are different shapes. I don't know if you have a preference or if you like one over the other. I'm fine with either one, but there are some different shapes here. The triggers are very similar. I don't see a huge advantage in the way the triggers feel. The Hammerli does have a little safety dongle built into it if you care. The Bergara is a little bit of a wider trigger. The one nice thing about the Hammerli Arms trigger, though, it is compatible with Ruger 1022 triggers. So if you have a favorite Ruger trigger that you want to put in the Hammerli, you can absolutely do that. Magazine releases are very similar, very easy to press. They're ambi. They're both in front of the trigger guard and very easy to push that forward and drop the magazine. Now, the one thing I really like on the Hammerli is going to be the straight pull bolt. Instead of going the typical up, back, and down, you go straight to the rear to unload, push straight forward to reload. And I think not only is that great for competitions, but it's very fast and very easy, and it's also very fun. So my son prefers it because there's less, it's just easier for him being he's still a kid and not quite as experienced, and I definitely find it a little bit faster. The safety on the Hammerli Arms is a standard cross bolt safety. When you push to the right, you see the red, and always remember, red is dead. The magazines on the Hammerli are modified Ruger 1022 mags, which is great. Those are very plentiful mags, easy to find, easy to get. I even have some, and I don't even own a Ruger 1022, which is cool. And they're also very reliable. Those magazines have been out for a very long time. Standard pick rail on the top, so you can add your optic or whatever you want to add on here. I've had several different optics. This Arkin is a bit overkill at 5-25 with the sunshade on it, but I thought it looked cool, so I threw it on here. The barrel on the Hammerli is a 16-inch barrel. One cool thing is it is an interchangeable, quick interchange barrel with no tools required. You just pull down on this collar and the barrel slides out. What we're supposed to have is 22 WMR and 17 HMR barrels already from Hammerli. We're still waiting for those, unfortunately. It comes with a 22 LR barrel, but eventually you'll be able to, within just a few seconds, swap from 22 LR to 22 WMR to 17 HMR, and the magazine well can accommodate those different calibers as well. So that'll be pretty cool when those barrels come out. On the bottom of the Hammerli, you have 4 M-LOK slots, so if you want to add a bipod or an accessory or whatever. At the end of that 16-inch barrel it is a threaded barrel. It's standard 1/2 by 28, which is dope. And then up here on the screen is your weight and your length and your MSRP. You can definitely find them for less at a dealer, no question there. And then I want to thank the sponsor of this video, and the sponsor is actually Arkin Optics. Part of the reason I threw this optic on this Hammerli gun. So Arkin is a newer optic company, only been around for a few years. They're putting out good quality, very high value optics. Very, so I have their 5-25 and their 1-8. Their reticles are very useful, well thought out, detailed reticle as well. So there's a discount code up here on the screen. To be honest, I don't remember, but I think it's Tiberious. I forgot. It's up here on the screen. If you want to get anything from Arkin that will save you a few bucks now, let's get into the Bergara. All right, the back of the Bergara has a very generous pad. The pad is definitely bigger and softer than the Hammerli arms. I don't know if it really matters because it's 22 LR. You have one stock option, so there's two different versions of this gun. There's one with a steel barrel and a carbon fiber barrel that we're going to talk about, but there's one stock option with each. You don't have the 5-6 different stock options like you do with the Hammerli arms, and that stock is not adjustable. So for an average person, average height person, they may be fine, but if it's a really small kiddo or a really big guy, that may be a problem for you. Like I mentioned earlier, the grip shape is different. If you are a lefty, that bolt may get in your way if you're running the bolt with your right hand and holding on the grip with your left. But besides that, I don't really have a preference on the grip shape at all. The triggers, again, are very, very similar. They're nice, they're smooth, single stage triggers. Very easy to break that shot without moving the gun at all. The bolt is, again, a traditional type bolt. It's not a straight pull like the Hammerli. So you go up, you go to the rear to unload, back forward and back down. Pretty straightforward. And the bolt, I find the bolt very smooth for a gun that's well under $1,000. Again, magazine release is very similar. You just push forward on the magazine release to drop that mag. The mags that come with it are 5 and 10 round magazines, and they are proprietary. They're not the Ruger mags. They're proprietary. With that said, I don't think I had some malfunctions, but never had a malfunction due to a magazine. So I think it's not the magazine issue. The safety on this on the Bergara is very different. It's up near the bolt, and you just push forward to go fire, pull to the rear for safe. So again, I don't know if you have a preference, but that is one thing different. I think as a lefty or a righty, it should be fine either way. I don't see a big difference there. Now, the optic rail on the top is a little bit shorter on the Bergara and doesn't have as many slots, Picatinny slots. With that said, I have put a 1 to 8 on here, a 3 to 9, and a 5 to 25 or a 5 to 20, whatever it was. And I didn't have any problem with eye relief. So even though there's only 3 locations you can put an optic, it didn't mess me up or slow me down or cause any problems at all. The barrel, so no interchangeable barrels. Whatever caliber you buy with the Bergara, that's the caliber you stick with. I don't know if you care or not. The barrels are available in a steel and a carbon fiber option. The carbon fiber is lighter, obviously, cost a little bit more. If you decide to get the 22 LR version of this gun, the barrel is going to be 18 inches. If you get the 22 WMR or the 17 HMR, those are going to be 20-inch barrels. Underneath the bottom of the stock here, you don't have M-lock. You have one of those little swivels. Actually, you have 2, one in the back, one in the front, so you can add your accessories, your bipod, whatever you want to add, you can do so. And then again, they both have a threaded barrel. They're both 1/2 by 28, so if you want to add a suppressor or a muzzle device or whatever, you can do so with both of them, and they both make fantastic suppressor hosts. All right, I'm going to put all the dimensions and weights up here on the screen, so you can see the Hammerli dimensions in weight and MSRP, the Bergara, both the steel and the carbon fiber, and yeah, you can compare them all. You can pause the video here if you want to. I've had the Bergara a lot longer as far as testing. I have well over 1,000 rounds on it. I think it might be a little bit more sensitive to budget-friendly ammo. Maybe, but I've tried a lot more different types of ammo through it. I probably tried over 10 different types of ammo through the Bergara, and I only had a problem with 1 or 2. And it might be a little bit more accurate. I didn't get any match grade ammo and bench rest it, lock it in a vise, but with both of them, I shot them both out to 200 yards. And with the right holdovers, it's pretty easy to do. The Hammerli arms has eaten everything, but granted, I haven't shot it as much. I probably have 6-ish 100 rounds through it, only 4 or 5 different types of ammo, so keep that in mind. And as I mentioned earlier, it's definitely faster with the straight pull bolt if that's important to you. And if someone is not very experienced with bolt guns, especially if someone's a kid, that may be an advantage for you for the Hammerli. Like my son definitely prefers the Hammerli because it's easier for him. He struggled a little bit with the bolt action gun just because he doesn't have a lot of experience. All right. I think the biggest advantage to the Bergara is going to be the selection and the variety. Not only can you get, the different barrel lengths, currently the different calibers, the different types of barrels, all the different, they have dozens of different calibers if you want something bigger than a rimfire. I think that's the biggest advantage of the Bergara. The biggest advantage of the Hammerli is, for me, first is going to be the straight pull bolt. I really like that. All the Ruger compatible accessories, the trigger and magazines. Adjustable stock is nice. And then the quick change barrels is really dope. If you don't know, the Hammerli Arms 22 WMR and 17 HMR barrels are not available yet. So hopefully they'll become available soon. And once they do, there's no doubt I would personally take the Hammerli over the Bergara, but they're both very good guns. And I don't really care which one you buy. You buy whatever makes you happy. All right, thank you to both companies. They have both supported the channel, and I greatly appreciate that. Thank you to the sponsor of the video, Arkin Optics. If you want to check them out, you do have a discount code. Most important, thank you for watching. If you think I deserve it, please subscribe to the channel. It's free, it's easy, it doesn't hurt. Santa greatly appreciates it, and I greatly appreciate it. Please be good and stay blessed. Peace.